Global warming is real.
The last 15 years, CO2 has gone up by several points and global temperatures have stayed stable.
Carbon dioxide and the issue of global warming is a real issue, is a serious issue.
I'm not a believer in global warming. I'm not a believer in man-made global warming. It could be warming and it's going to start to cool at some point.
Global warming is real, that it is almost certainly man-made.
You are implacably opposed to the concept of man-made climate change. Why?
We followed the evidence. The idea that CO2 is the tail that wags the dogs is not supportable.
There are a lot of opinions about global warming. Is there a correct opinion or an incorrect opinion? Well, we're not here to give you our opinions. We're here to give you the facts. Global warming is a gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, generally attributed to the greenhouse effect caused by increased levels of carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, and other pollutants. Now you might be thinking, I have no idea what that means. So we'll sum it up for you. Let's break this up into causes and effects. Global warming begins with the greenhouse effect. This is caused by the interaction between the atmosphere and radiation from the sun. Greenhouse gases act like a blanket around the Earth, trapping energy in the atmosphere and causing it to warm, which is natural and necessary to support life on Earth. Since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, the acidity in the ocean rose by about 30%. It has gone up due to the emissions of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which is now being absorbed into the oceans. While most climate change has happened in the past 35 years, 15 of the 16 warmest years on record have occurred since 2001. We produce our carbon dioxide pollution from burning fossil fuels, 30% from transportation, and 70% from industrial factories. On top of that, deforestation has increased by 15%. Without those trees, it is harder for our air to be clean. You might also be thinking, who cares, or this doesn't even affect me. But in reality, global warming has a bigger effect than you might realize. Sea levels are expected to rise between 7 and 23 inches by the end of the century due to melting poles. Hurricanes and other storms are likely to become stronger. Species that depend on one another may become out of sync. For example, plants could bloom earlier than their pollinating insects become active. Floods and droughts are more likely to occur. Less fresh water will be available. Some diseases will spread easier, such as malaria, which is carried by mosquitoes. And ecosystems will change. Some species will move farther north or become more successful. Others won't be able to move and will become extinct. Though Americans make up just 4% of the world's population, we produce 25% of the carbon dioxide pollution from fossil fuel burning, by far the largest share of any country. The facts are all here. We cannot ignore what is right in front of us, because this
The dominant tune on the radio is, no, we don't believe in climate change, because we don't want to believe in climate change. But meanwhile, we're all experiencing climate change, and we thought that it was going to be a long way away. But just look at the headlines in the paper today. I mean, it's Baton Rouge.
This is real.